Come on in to Sister's Tarot. Gather round, everyone. I have here my trusty magic 8-ball. Let's take a look inside, see what it has to show us today. Hello Virgos, this is a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and North Node in Virgo. Take what resonates and leave out the rest. If you don't resonate with the reading, feel free to check out my other videos. You may have some messages there. Now without further ado, let's start the reading. I hope you been having a good week so far. Everything's going well for you and that you have a great weekend coming up. That one's kind of bent. I'm not taking that because what I did. That one. Okay, never mind. Thought it was showing up the other way. Where we had the 4 of Pentacles. The 9 of Wands. That's too many cards. Kind of like whatever. The Fool. And 4 of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. Now, we're going to start with the 4 of Pentacles. I'm picking up you're doing something behind closed doors, working on a project and keeping it a tight lid on it. And not letting anyone know about it. But you have good reason, because you don't want other people to be aware of what you're doing, to keep it protected. And that you're holding it close to your chest, not letting people know what it is that you're working on until it all comes together and shows that it's going to be able to be fruitful and really come forth. And then we have the 9 of Wands here. So you've had to stand your ground about things and situations. I'm also picking up that's another reason why you're being this way at this time. Because you want to be more protective over anyone who's been trying to come at you, whether in competition or just because they're just a form of haters. So you're really you're not even letting anyone know you're working on anything. That's secretive. And that's going to be what's going to be good for you is what I'm picking up. That'll be in your best interest, and you know this. Then we have the Fool. So you're really trying to have a new start in your endeavors, or in an endeavor in general. So I'm picking up you've had to start over from scratch. And that's another reason why you're working behind the scenes and not letting other people be involved. And then you have Four of Cups, and you've had many disappointments is what I'm picking up, where things didn't work out. And I'm picking up a lot of it has to do with having to deal with people that's interfered or caused some kind of problems, maybe throwing a wrench into your plans. And so that's why you're being more mindful on this and keeping it away from the public or general public, or even your closest. You're not even telling your best friend is what I'm picking up. If you have a best friend or anything like that, you're not even telling them. You're not telling anybody. You're completely keeping it to yourself 100%. And then when you have the Tower here, when this all comes out, after your project is ready, this is going to be something that other people are not expecting because they didn't have no idea, because you didn't even give any clues. And I'm picking up they're going to be in shock. And they're going to be totally taken aback because this is something that they didn't expect. I'm picking up the vibe of like the Willy Wonka, the movie, where for a long time nobody ever saw anybody go in or out in his factory. And it's because he was dealing with spies that tried to take away from him. And then all of a sudden, he just starts working. They start seeing the shop and everything again. I'm not saying that you're going to be like Willy Wonka, but it's just that's what picked up wise. So people might have thought that because you went off the radar for a bit that you weren't even working on anything, but they're going to be in shock because, whoa, all of a sudden you just have something that would have taken, say, months, possibly years to even accomplish. And they had no idea you were even working on anything, much less something like that. And it's going to be groundbreaking is what I'm picking up. And you've also done the homework is what I'm picking up with all these books here. So you really got all your ducks in a row and really put everything forth in the way that needed to. So this is going to be something that's going to pay out and be good for you. I'm going to see what I'm getting overall before I move on to the Oracle. I'm also picking up with this right here. I'm picking up travel. So you might be traveling more too after this starts coming together, and where you can actually present it and show that what you've already been working on, what you've worked on, now that it's ready when it gets to that point. And it might be something that would cause you to travel. Let's see what else I might be picking up. I'm also picking up you might have hired someone like not necessarily a professional bodyguard or something like that, but somebody to help watch out while you've been working on this. So you might have possibly told, just not really tell them when it was, but that might be another reason why you would hire somebody, not necessarily someone personal, but someone to help watch over and make sure that there aren't any people watching to see what you're doing. So maybe you've had trouble. I'm picking up someone that would resonate with this reading, had trouble with somebody stealing or copying their work. And this is another reason why you wanted to go behind the scenes, and that would make sense why all of a sudden I got the movie Willy Wonka and how that worked in that part. Because you don't trust anybody, and of course somebody's copying or stealing your work, of course you'd want to keep it close to yourself and behind the scenes. So, I mean, can't really blame you there, obviously. So, you had somebody that's guarding, and even though they might be guarding like you've asked, they don't even know what it is that they're really guarding. And they're not the type of person to ask questions, especially say if you hired them. They just, as long as they get their paycheck, they don't really care, or whatever that is that you've worked out with them. And let's see. I'm picking up with this dog here. There is one person that is loyal to you. Even though you can't tell this person either because you feel like you just don't want to tell anybody. This person is going to be your true support team. And it's going to be excited for you is what I'm picking up. Everybody else is going to be shocked, but they're going to be excited. They're going to be in shock, obviously, but they're going to, especially since you didn't even let them know, but they're going to be excited for you because they really, I'm picking up they did not like it that other people were copying or stealing your work, and it really upset them in some way. But they're happy that you're finally going to be able to have something brand new, and that you found a way of more close guarding it. So I'm picking up, obviously, somebody might have copied something before you could get it off the ground well. But you just scratched it completely and started brand new is what I'm picking up. So, especially with the Fool. So it's something completely that you just brushed out and just started over completely and did something brand new. And there's something that's going to be something that you might even got a copyright for, so that way nobody can, much less will, be able to take it from you again when it does come to be able to be presented. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the oracle now and see what else what else there is to be told for the reading for you. And then we have now I'm going to use the Earth Magic Oracle. We have Tsunami, Wake Up Call, and that being right underneath the Four of Pentacles. And with that tower here, whenever you come out of those closed doors and present it, it's going to be a wake-up call for everybody. Everybody's just going to be, again, that just clarifies how it's going to be a shock. When you come out of this, coming out of hiding with your project, people are going to be in shock, and it's going to be like, whoa. And it's just going to be, I'm picking up breathtaking, because it's going to be something grand. It's something that you really worked hard on, and it's going to be something that's going to be have a lot of quality to it. So it's going to be valuable. Another reason why you wanted to work behind the scenes, because of how valuable it is. We have Eagle, Communion, and that being right underneath the Nine of Wands. I'm picking up with the ones that weren't against you, like say that one person that's loyal to you. You two are going to be able to work well together and come into communion. And there's going to be people that's going to want to work with you too. Not the haters in the back, obviously, but or the copiers or the ones that stole your work or anything. You're going to have many people that's going to want to work with you. And of course, you'll have you'll know if somebody is for you or not. So you'll be able to make great judgment on whether you should work with them and not give over your baby to just anybody to handle. So I see that coming in. So you're going to have people that's going to want to help you in this, because they're going to see the value in it as well. I'm also picking up, make sure you meditate and connect to God's source, whatever, to help make sure you make the right sound judgment on who you can trust to help you with this, other than, of course, the one person you know you can truly trust. Fog, veiled. And then that just clarifies it more, how this is behind closed doors and it's cloaked right now. You're keeping it a tight lid on it. And this being right underneath Full, that's just showing about how this new project that you're working on is still sealed off right now. And for however long you feel like it needs to be. I'm picking up within 4 to 8 weeks is when it'll most likely be ready. You'll know, of course, if that, that's the case, but that's just what I'm picking up. So if that's maybe that's the timeline you gave yourself, I'm picking up, you'll be able to make that timeline for yourself. And that this project will pay off, so your hard work will pay off. So it'll be well worth it. That's what I'm picking up too. And then we have Dreamtime Creation underneath the Four of Cups. So I'm also picking up you've been in your head about it and creating in your mind how you want things to go so you don't have more disappointments. But also I'm picking up there are sometimes you need to watch yourself so you don't get inside your head and end up being cynical and thinking, oh, because these other things didn't work out, that it's not going to work out. Because with this Dreamtime Creation underneath Four of Cups, that's saying otherwise, that it will. Just don't get in your own way is what I'm picking up. So you might be secretive about this and working on it, but don't get in your don't get to where you're cynical and not allowing yourself to set yourself free to actually bring this forth. Don't talk yourself out of putting it out there, in other words. So just because people stole it in the past, your stuff, or copied it, doesn't mean that this will happen again. So don't create that scenario in your head of after you finally get done and not tuck yourself into backing out of it. Because I'm picking up this is going to be something that's a great value and worth, and it'll be well worth it for you. And that the person that you might have to help you guard this situation or project for you, or guard however you had them guarded, they're going to be, I'm picking up loyal, so they're not going to do you wrong. So they're not going to care what the project or whatever you're working on, their job that they know of is to protect what is yours and you, and that's all that's going to matter. And they're going to make sure they don't let anybody in the back, so to speak, through. They're going to guard them from it. They're not even going to let them take a sneak peek. Not even, they won't be able to cross their radar. That's what I'm picking up. Then we have cave, sanctuary. So that just all clarifies it more. You've been working behind the scenes in a very sacred place and keeping things close to yourself. You're keeping your cards close to your chest, so to speak. And you're not revealing, I'm not even getting, you're not revealing not even one of your cards. You're keeping them all close to your chest. And it's going to pay off. So don't do yourself an injustice and not end up doing it in a fear of it's just going to get stolen or copied again. Just make sure you come from a logical place, obviously. Do the inner work of reflecting and asking for guidance on how you can go about this to keep it protected, so that way that doesn't happen again. And just again, don't let them win by not doing it at all and putting it out there in fear of them taking it, because that just gives them over the power, and you don't want to do that. So don't create the ideas in your head or scenarios that things could work this, don't create scenarios that's not happening. Don't talk yourself out of it. So let me see what I'm getting overall before I close out the reading. I'm picking up you're working on it night and day, with this being dark and this light here. So this is something you've really been working on hard and diligently. And when you're ready to unveil this is going to shock everybody. Even the one person that's loyal, because they didn't even know. But they will be loyal and help you in any way they can once they know. Obviously, you'll know that if you can trust them or not. Because, again, this is the one loyal person you can. Just, use your own discernment, obviously. Confirmation with the train horn. Let's see what else I might be getting. This castle is sticking out to me. Maybe one of the trips you're planning on taking is to Europe. or one of the places you might end up going is somewhere in Europe. And let's see. That's all I'm getting for the reading, so I hope this brought you some form of clarity and helped ease your mind some and helped you in some way. And again, there's a tight lid even on the reading. It's not, you know, gonna like just bust the lid wide open showing what you're working on there either, because it's heavily protected. So that's something else that I feel I'm being called to let you know on as well. So with that being said, be sure to turn on the notification bell so you know each time I upload a new video, and like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, God bless.